Okay, so here we are calculating the measurements that we took on the mannequin or that you took on your body. First, the full height measurement, and then we took the chest circumference here, the waist circumference, and the hip circumference. All these measures we divide into halves and quarters for later use in the pattern making. The back height I measured to 20 centimeters on the mannequin. I could also calculate it by taking 1/10 of the chest circumference and add 10.5 centimeters. So I will get around the same measurement, so I'm good. Afterwards, we went to take the measurement of the back length down to the underside of the waistband. This you could also calculate by taking 1/4 of your full height minus 1 centimeter. The next measure is the hip depth, which I measured to 62. As a control, you can again add the back height and the back length to have the same measure. The dress length you have to decide for yourself. I decided to use 112.5 for my construction. The neck width you have to calculate because it's too difficult to get an accurate measure. So 1/10 of half the chest circumference plus 2 centimeters. The bust height was measured from the cervical vertebra. That height I have to withdraw the neck length. So I get this measurement because we are constructing the pattern from the shoulder and down, not from the middle of the neck. The bust height 2 is a control measure. 1/4 of your chest circumference is here, plus 3 to 4 centimeters. I decided to use 4, so I had this measure, and it's very close to what I measured on the mannequin, so I'll keep to that. The front length is measured also from the cervical vertebra, and withdrawing the neck, I get this measure. The control measure for the front length, I have to find out where the chest circumference was 94, so I have to use this line. I have to take the back length, add 4 centimeters, so I get this measurement. But let's say your bust measure is bigger, for example 110. You have to use the next measure here, next line, and add 4.5 centimeters plus 1/10 of a surplus, and the surplus is what's over 100. So here it's 10 centimeters, so it's an extra 1 centimeter you have to add. I measured the back width next and ended up on 33 centimeters. But here you can also calculate with 1/8 of the chest circumference plus 5.5 centimeters. The next two measures you have to calculate only, because they are too difficult to measure on the body. 1/8 of the chest circumference minus 1.5. I get this measure. The chest width is 1/4 of the chest circumference minus 4 centimeters. And I get this measure. These three measures should add up, so you get half the measure of the chest circumference. Next, I went on to measure the shoulder, from shoulder to shoulder and from neck to shoulder. These two next measures here we have to take when we have constructed the pattern, so they will have to wait. The sleeve length I demonstrated in the video how to measure that, and I used a standard measure because it was a mannequin, and also for the next two measures, the sleeve hem width and the upper arm width that you will need when you are going to construct a sleeve pattern. The extra measures here is for later use. When you want to construct a corset, it's a good idea to use to measure the over and under bust measure, which I did here, and the measurement from the waist to apex, the highest point on the bust. And if you want to make a skirt or some pants later on, you will need to measure from the waist band to the floor from center front, center back, right side and left side, to be sure that your garment is balanced if your body deviates somehow. That's about it. I hope you found this explanation and demonstration helpful. Let me know how your calculations turns out and comment below. Or if you have any questions or experience any problems, don't hesitate to comment also. I will get back to you as soon as possible. See you in my next video. Bye.